Chapter 8. Supervising the Conclusion Chapter. Chapter Objectives. By the end of this chapter, the reader should be able to understand the role of the conclusion chapter in rounding off a thesis, guide students in synthesizing findings, arguments, and contributions, support clear articulation of implications, limitations, and recommendations, ensure the conclusion offers closure without repetition or overreach. 8.1. The purpose of the conclusion chapter. The conclusion is not merely a summary, it is the final act of scholarly reasoning. It provides closure, reflects on the research journey, and articulates the overall contribution of the study. Key purposes. Synthesize, not repeat the main findings and arguments. Show how the research answered the key questions. Reflect on broader significance and contribution to knowledge. Identify limitations, unresolved questions, and areas for future research. Leave the reader with the sense of completion and clarity. A weak conclusion can dilute the impact of a strong thesis. Supervisors must help students finish well. 8.2. Structuring a strong conclusion chapter. A high-quality conclusion chapter typically includes introduction. Briefly restate the research aim and provide an overview of the chapter. 2. Summary of key findings. Synthesize, not list, the major insights in relation to the research questions. 3. Overall contribution. Discuss what the study adds to the field, theory, practice, or policy. 4. Limitations. Reiterate boundaries of the study honestly and reflectively. 5. Recommendations. Offer realistic, evidence-based suggestions for further research or application. 6. Final reflection or closure. End with a powerful insight, synthesis, or future-oriented comment. Tool. Conclusion. Chapter checklist. 8.3. Articulating scholarly contribution. Supervisors should guide students to reflect on and clearly state their original contribution, which may relate to filling a conceptual or empirical gap, offering a new perspective, model, or framework, advancing theory, or challenging assumptions, informing practice or influencing policy. Students should avoid vague claims and instead use concrete language like, "This study contributes by demonstrating that a novel insight emerging from this research is." This section often feeds into the examiner's assessment of originality and significance. 8.4. Balancing limitations and recommendations. Supervisors must help students navigate the delicate balance between limitations and recommendations. Limitations should be framed constructively, not defensively, linked to methodology, scope, or context, used to suggest areas for future research. Recommendations should be clear, practical, and grounded in findings. Avoid speculative or unrealistic prescriptions. Categorized, for example, policy, practice, research. Encourage students to offer insight, not opinion. 8.5. Supervisory strategies for supporting the conclusion. Review previous chapters to ensure consistency and alignment. Offer feedback on tone, conclusive, confident, and forward-looking. Provide exemplars of impactful conclusion chapters. Prompt students to reflect on their research journey and growth. Encourage them to write for both academic and practitioner audiences, if applicable. The supervisor's encouragement here helps students build confidence in articulating their voice. Conclusion. The conclusion chapter is where the thesis comes full circle. It is the student's final opportunity to demonstrate academic maturity, originality, and impact. Supervisors play a crucial role in ensuring this chapter is not an afterthought, but a moment of synthesis, insight, and scholarly closure. Ending well is a gift to the reader and a legacy for the researcher. Tools and resources in this chapter. Conclusion chapter checklist. Contribution statement guide. Recommendations. Template. Limitations framing worksheet. Supervisor feedback, prompts for final chapter. Happy supervision.